Lieutenant General KJ Singh, how will you like to respond to the statement coming in from Pakistan's Defence Minister? Do you think he perhaps wanted to say we didn't intercept Indian drones because we did not really have an efficient or rather working air defence system because the one in Lahore has already been neutralized by Indian forces?
Hina, it's like this, that intercepting the drone is a very challenging task. It's not easy. It's a very difficult task because out of all air defense challenges, intercepting drones is the biggest challenge because it's a low-cost weapon. It is cheap to launch. Multiple drones, swarms can be launched, and their radar signature is pretty low. So you cannot easily locate them. You know, acoustics is one means to detect drones, and then you need a system like what we have put in place, where you need an integrated air defense system, where you have something like S-400, Akash, a combination of Zu-23 and Shilkas, all integrated into one integrated system over a platform called as Akash Teeth. And Air Force is integrated with all that. Now, then only you can get the drones sorted out. And here I must put on record, when I was in army, and I was always told that Pakistan is better in AD control and reporting. Pakistan has an AD command also, Air Defense Command, unlike us, you know. But in the last 7-8 years, our air defense has made phenomenal progress. I just can't, it's difficult to believe the kind of progress we have made. And obviously, we've surpassed them by many notches. We have come to a stage where we can ensure good degradation capabilities. We should not expect any air defense system to have 100%, you know, no system can do that.
Absolutely, but to not use it all together because you feel like you're giving away your location is more than bizarre. I want to bring in Major General Jaini here. Pakistan is the only smart country in the world that does not use its air defense system because they think that they'll leak their location while the rest of the world does when they have to defend themselves.
Hira and Swati, firstly, thank you very much for inviting me on your channel. It's always a pleasure to be on Times Now because of its incisiveness and its very pure and absolutely realistic reporting. Now, having heard the statement of the Defence Minister of Pakistan, it makes me, laugh within. To convert their own incapacities and incapabilities into a statement which you, as you very rightly use the word, a bizarre statement, is something really very funny. I wish the Defence Minister had taken the advice of some military man of his forces before saying this stupid thing which nobody will believe. Now, if they were to prevent their locations, you know, there is something called SEAD, S-E-A-D, Suppression of Enemy Air Defense Systems. Now, we had already done that. We had already launched SEAD operations. We knew their locations. Therefore, what were they trying to hide? And if he is saying that we did not intercept the drones because we would have given away our locations, what about the other weaponry which we used? We used artillery, we used shells, we used missiles, we used other air-to-air weapons. They didn't intercept those, and the damage was done. So what statement he has made is totally, I mean, to use one word, is absolutely stupid.
Well, indeed, Squadron Leader Warlin Power, how will you like to respond to this statement coming in and statements of other leaders from Pakistan also emerging? I mean, you know, they are in a state of complete helplessness. One thing is clear, they know India's capabilities very well. And India has been giving a clear warning. If you will escalate, we will respond. Yet Pakistan, from Pakistan's side, unprovoked firing, unprovoked attempts, at ceasefire violations have been continuing as well.
So I think after listening to this statement, we all must conclude that they are trying to build a false narrative. Now, false narrative for whom? Not for international players or for us, but for their people. They want to keep their morale high by saying that, yes, we are still capable of doing things, but we are not doing it because of this reason, which is not true. In war, you would not like to get any of your civil or military installation get attacked by enemy, drone or any air defense if you have even one asset available. You'll fight till your last breath.
Absolutely.
You can never let it happen that your civilians are dying, your military installations are falling down, and you won't do anything. And next day you are making this type of statement. So clearly, it is their propaganda, trying to build a false narrative, keep morale high for their population. And, the way they are constantly firing along the border,
right,
doing drone attacks
ma'am, their lies are being caught by their own people. Now, this is what we're given to understand, transpired. In the National Assembly in Pakistan, the Prime Minister was mocked openly by an MP who called the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif Buzdil, said he can't even take the name of Modi. Pak's army is demotivated. That was the admission that came in from Pakistani MP Javed Ashraf Khan.
Well, absolutely. Pakistani MP Javed Ashraf Khan has called their own Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif Buzdil, says he can't even take the name of Modi and the army is demotivated. And amidst all of this, Swati, the army chief is nowhere to be seen. Of course, there were certain reports, rumors that were being floated on social media platforms as well. No confirmation really coming in from the Pakistani side, but it seems that some kind of an activity is going on. Maybe the army chief is going to be replaced because of what he has done to the country.
Right. So you heard the Pakistani MP in the National Assembly, from where, in the recent past, we've heard empty threats being given to India, now exposing their own Prime Minister. And Squadron Leader Pambar, you were saying, that all of these statements are being made for the consumption of their constituents. And the Pakistani people also now clearly realize, the kind of propaganda that is being peddled.
Absolutely. See, I would like to cover one point here. Our political parties may have numerous differences. But when we are doing this kind of attack, when we are in a warlike situation, we are all standing together. It's commendable that all parties have come together to support the nation, right? But if you see their side of story, there have always been differences. And now in this situation where they are not able to sustain the war, which they have only initiated, they are falling apart. And the unity which they lack is coming out in open.
Well, absolutely. And Major General AGP Jenny, don't you think it's also about leadership? Here you have India being led by a leader like Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We are seeing a situation, as ma'am correctly mentioned, wherein even the political parties are standing firmly with the center, with the kind of action that India is taking against Pakistan and this provocation that's continuing from the other side. And who do you have really in Pakistan? The one who instigated Pahalgam, the one who ensures that these strategic assets, the terror factories breed and thrive in Pakistan, is nowhere to be seen.
Very right, Himani. They practically have no leadership. And whatever leadership they are coming out in the open, they are absolutely irrational and without any substance in what they want to do, their planning or their actions. Because you must have heard the speech which the Chief of Army Staff, Munir, gave to the international community. I mean, see the kind of speech, the kind of hate which he spread on terms of religion, on terms of two-nation theory, on terms of Hindu-Muslim, on terms of that we cannot live together, on terms of Kashmir is our jugular vein. I mean, he is talking poison, absolutely. And if that is the kind of leadership, what leadership? They have a Prime Minister who has won only 11% of votes. And the other Prime Minister, who was a popular one, has been in jail. That is the cricketer Imran. Now, the army, we must bear this in mind, is the center of power. It is the center of gravity of Pakistan. They have never allowed their hold to be loosened in any manner. Even if the civilian government has been there, it is the army which has called the tune, it is the army which has called out the shot. over the last 70 years plus of independence of Pakistan, or since Pakistan came into being, they never got independence. They just came into being by default or design. It is the army which has ruled the roost. And therefore, it is the army which is the power center.
Yes, and
they are the problem
actually is Lieutenant General KJ saying, you know, whatever the defense minister may be saying, logical, illogical, bizarre, weird, the story is that he is admitting in the National Assembly that, you know, listen, our air defense systems failed. We completely failed in detecting, in intercepting drones that hit us from the Indian side.
See, it's like this. This defense minister, Mr. Khwaja Asif, he's been making irrational statements one after another. First, when he was asked for a proof, when he made a very ridiculous kind of claim that so many number of aircrafts have been downed, he said it's all available on social media. Now, can you make such a claim on an international TV channel? And then he's saying we have got nothing to do with terrorism.